Hello, Greg and Bob. Nice to have you here. Can you tell us what you're here for tonight and the name of the book?
It's The Martian by Andy Weir for Best Sci-Fi and Solo Narration Male. For The Martian, for me.
Yes. Well, I'm Greg Lawrence with Podium Publishing. We got Bob on board to tackle this monster and bring Mark Watney to life.
So tell us a little bit about Mark Watney and what the story of The Martian is about.
All right, so basically there's a mission to Mars. He gets trapped on Mars, his crew thinks he's dead, and they leave because there's a catastrophic event. So he has to mathematically and scientifically use what he has to figure out a way to survive and possibly get back. He is a very sarcastic guy, but so likable and very human. There's a lot of human element in there when he finally lets out with how he's really feeling and emotions and stuff. But for the most part, he's hysterical at just how real he is, I guess, right? Yeah.
Well, it's an exciting adventure that goes very wrong, and then he tries to make it right. So there's a lot of science, and but it's gotten so much attention. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, so there is a lot of science, and it's hard science. So this is hard science fiction, and that's one of the things that makes this really unique. Is there's not been a lot of hard science fiction that has been really had great success for quite a while, and because it can get on the dry side. And one of the bits of genius that Andy Weir had here was that he just created this character that had this fantastic sense of sarcastic humor. And that actually ties into how I cast Bob, because I'm reading this material, and it's almost like Bob wrote it himself. It was just such a perfect fit.
I'll take it.
And I couldn't get Bob out of my head when I'm reading this. And I just felt this has to go into audio, and it has to be R.C. Bray on it.
Great. Well, tell us what some of the challenges were of bringing Mark Watney on Mars. And
That's a good question. It was. I don't want to say it was easy to do, but I related to him so much. I knew exactly how it was written, the sarcastic things he said. It's like how I banter with him and a lot of people. I don't know. I don't want to say it was a cakewalk, but Andy Weir writes so beautifully and simply. I keep saying I just really had to talk. I mean, I kind of am the guy, but he reminded me a lot of my brother. So I just had to think about that and then just talk. And I mean, I can't say anything more other than it's just written so beautifully that I just had to talk.
well, he's alone, so
Yeah.
he's talking to himself a bit.
Yes, I did. There was a point I was thinking of Castaway with Tom Hanks, and how he had to do that. But what he does is he's actually talking. It's set up so beautifully for audio because he's doing these reports, kind of like Captain's Log kind of thing. So he is talking to whoever, if he's not found or whatever, so they can know what's going wrong. So essentially, you're talking to whoever is listening. So he's alone, but he's talking to whoever is out there, and if his crew finds him, he can deliver messages to them. So I also think it helps with his sanity, just that he's like talking to something or somebody, and he's alone, so he holds it together.
It's perfect for audio then.
Yeah, there's no, exactly. Like Bob said, the format that it was written in was just almost like picture perfect for audio, with the audio logs. Like basically they are audio logs, and you can imagine him on the planet and recording these, and it's the most efficient way to document what's going on too, is to just record it. So, and customers have, readers and listeners have reported sort of that in listening to the audiobook, it's really like they are listening to Mark Watney. It's just a bit of a surreal experience. It's like they're listening to something that really happened.
Yeah, there's a part of me that wanted to say, did you actually go to Mars? And did this happen? I mean, it's too realistic, if you ask me. It's really bizarre how much you think that this actually happens.
Well, it's been a favorite with the judges, so good luck to you tonight, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Robin.